Are we back? Are we good? Hoping? Yes? Alright. That seems to have done it. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing, my guess is that I was trying to change the size of my what I display as so that it works with this fancy new overlay. Thanks to the great service over at it's a website called player.me. And they have all kinds of these, and like they're modular and whatever, and so I might just use those. It's kind of gaudy. It's a little gaudy, just a smidge, but I kind of like it. I gotta add in something. Browser source, alert source. Shift that over there. All right, cool. Yeah, it's very Shadowrun. I like it. It's very kind of electric, cyberpunky. Anyway, I threw that up there, threw that together in like 5 minutes. But apparently, like, when you go and you, if you switch it to, like, advanced mode of the output, it actually changes how it outputs instead of just giving you more options or something. So that's not good, and I'm going to have to make sure that I don't do that. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I really... I know better. I know better than to attempt to... I know better than to attempt to... How do I want to put it? Fiddle with big stream things right before I go live. But the way that it works out with work and eating and everything like that... oftentimes that's kind of what I have to do. I don't have a lot of free time. So, hey, okay, great. We're back. We're up. Everybody seems to like it. And, alright, cool. Welcome back. I am DracoFire87. I am your host. I put the wrong thing up on the other screen. Let's go back to that. Alright, cool. Starting over. Hi, I am your host. I'm DracoFire87. We're going to have fun with Shadowrun Returns today because we seem to have fun with the Mondays, so we're going to go back to that. Does anybody remember where we were when last week left off? I am playing a street samurai named Jack. And, yes, it's a Samurai Jack reference. Congratulations, you've all figured that one out. And we received a phone call from a dead man hiring us to figure out who killed him. And the plot has thickened. It now involves a serial killer, potentially space Mormons, any number of different strangenesses. And right now we are running with Paco, a gangster, though a rather good-hearted and somewhat oversensitive gangster. Cowpal, we were in hell, not to be confused with a cyberpunk adventure. Yeah, that's about right. And we were about to storm a slum building to rescue his girlfriend, because his girlfriend is a lead in a case in, finding the serial killer who killed my friend. So this should be fun. Welcome to everybody. Let me know if the, like the whole, what is it, this overlay and stuff needs tweaking. There's some stuff I actually really want to change on it, and I wonder if I can change that on the fly. Is it going to let me do that? Let's figure that out. Let's figure that out right now, because that is so interesting to all of you, I am sure. Let's see here. Overlays. Edit. all hosted in the cloud, yada yada yada. Top bar, bottom bar. Let's see here. Category. Subscriber. Latest. That works. Cool. And hopefully that changed. Okay, cool. If not, I will figure that out very, very quickly. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. Actually, I think it might have actually changed. That's stupid. Doesn't change the... whatever. And then chat. I don't want chat to fade out. Don't do that. Fade out delay. Whatever. Copy. Hell, I don't like that. I don't like that. Gonna have to fix that. I can fix that. I can fix that! I'm just gonna remove it. Disable. Save. Copy URL. Test overlay. Properties. Okay. Okay, sure, whatever. And then browser source, chat box. Yeah, there we go. Except I'm gonna have to shrink that down a little bit. And why is that transparent? Properties. Don't want transparency. Okay. Why is that transparent? Why is that not visible? Oh my god. Fine, whatever. We're running with it. We're going. Alright, cool. That's not helping me at all. Oh, boy. So we'll just do that the old-fashioned way. Have that out over there. While I have that up over there. And maybe that'll work. Maybe that won't. It really doesn't matter. Whatev. Yeah, sure. Okay. Whatever. We alright? We ready to go? We ready to start? We good with that? Are you tired of me fiddling with stuff on stream so I can see how it looks yet? Oh, God. Why is that not working? Oh, my God. Reset, you stupid thing. Just because it's not big enough. Oh, whatever. Come on, folks, talk to me. I'm getting nervous. Alright. I know better. I know better than to do this. I get so distracted. Alright. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Shadowrun Returns. I'm going to quit being boring right now. And, okay, there we go. Good, cool. We're going to go, Well, too bad Commentary's not in here right now, because Commentary would, like, fucking love the reference I'm about to make. We're about to attack the block. We're about to go all John Boyega on this shit. So, welcome, Loomis! Welcome! So let's get started. By the way, big shout out to Sonata for being responsible for, like, the best dinner I've had in 2 weeks. The recipe that he shared with me for slow cooker Dijon mustard, pork chops, and potatoes was really, really good. So, if you are interested in the recipe, hit Sonata up. Yay! That's right. We had just... Damn it, I missed that loading screen. Okay. Alright, so we are here with Paco. This is us. Jack, the street samurai. And, okay, yeah, that is working. It just had to reload or something. I don't know. And we are in this, what is essentially a cyberpunk crack house, trying to find Paco's girlfriend, who was part of a sting or something that went wrong. Let's go talk to this guy. Psst, hey you. The woman scratches herself like a cat at a couch leg. I've seen cats scratch couch legs. That's not good. Please, can you spare some yen? Let's see here. My cred stick's a little light too, lady. What can you do for me in exchange? Got nothing left to give, guy. It all goes to BTLs. That's better than life chips. Think in-your-head virtual reality that's turned up to 11. I got nothing left to give, guy. It all goes to BTLs. Everything. Please. Just a few yen. Maybe I can trade you for some information. Have you seen a woman come through here today, armed and looking for trouble? Oh, yes, no. Hell, what do you want me to say? Tell you anything, everything. Please. She drops to her knees, pleading. Sorry, but I can't help you. You should leave this place if you can. But that doesn't make sense. The BTLs are here. I just need something. She collapses, whimpering, and seems lost to this world. Yeah, fun fact. In the Shadowrun world, physical drugs are considered to be a little obsolete due to the fact that, like, the virtual reality in something is so good that it's better than drugs. Hummus, yes. I don't control the ads, unfortunately. If I ever become a Twitch partner, I will. Sad old man. Let's talk to the sad old man. More of them. Like a lazy pigeon, he watches you approach. You're not from around here, are you? I don't want any trouble. Easy, Gramps. I'm just looking for information. Then I'm gone. Bad day to come around here unexpected. Bit of a commotion upstairs. Stevie's men are twitchy. Yeesh. That's not good, Loomis. Glad you got it fixed. This pretty young thing came through earlier, snooping around like you two are. I could tell she weren't here for BTLs. Don't know how she got upstairs, but there was a lot more gunfire than there usually is this time of day. What happened next? A couple of Stevie's men came around asking what anyone saw. Kept my mouth shut, I did. Where's Stevie holed up? He's got the whole top floor all to himself. Fancies he's the king around here. Yeah, I can imagine that, Loomis. The Twitch bait is a little twitchy. And it doesn't like ad blockers at all. Great. Now this is an extraction. Hey, man, you know how to get upstairs? You've been right friendly. But I can't get on the wrong side of Stevie J. I'm sure you understand. You've already stuck out your neck to help us. We'll find another way. I don't like... I need more charisma, damn it. Looks like there's a hole in the wall behind this dresser. Maybe it'll move the dresser. Wall is crumbling here. Through a hole you can see a rickety stairwell leading up. Through a hole you can see a rickety access to the locked apartment door. Apartment next door. Okay. Do I have enough? I don't have enough karma to boost it. Gah. Fine. We'll do this the somewhat harder way. Stop your pleading. Your boy has debts, and we're collecting. He's Riker. No, he's my son. Get your ass back in your squat before I break something else. I'll send him upstairs instead. You want me to give him to Stevie? Maybe after he kills that girl we caught. You pig. Give Zipper back now or you'll bleed on me. Zipper's gone. Get yourself a new kid. Oh God. No, please no. Let's talk to Mr. Simp over here. This is my home. Get out. What was that all about? Why do you care? It's my son. That bastard took my son. Who took your son? One of Stevie J's goons, Riker. That's that filthy BTL squad across the hall. My son, Zipper. He's not a strong boy. And Riker knows it. Lured him in with those damn chips. Better than life? Huh. What life? And now they're torturing him in there. Why would they do that? Sickos have a SimSense recording studio over there. Overheard them say they have a special guest up in the penthouse. They plan to torture her with a recording of my son's dying breath. Must be Coyote. They've got her up there. Keep it together. Go. No. Easy, Paco. She'll be okay if we keep our heads. Are you with me? You're right. I'll be okay. What about my son? See if I can save your son while we're saving our friend. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get what he's got back here. Ooh, quickness and AP for rounds. Let's swap out that grenade. He probably shouldn't be taking that anyway. Oh, hey, don't touch that. I'm gonna have to deal with you, aren't I, pig? Haven't seen you before, guy. Looking to go somewhere special. A scream echoes through the pipes of the rotten walls. Hard to tell where it came from. You're in the middle of a recording session. Sure am. My gear's state of the art, if you can believe it. Looking for something very special. Something violent. Hope I'm Riot? Why are you coming to say goodbye? What's going on? You're not doing well? Not. What's going on? Now you got me worried. What's up, buddy? That's not good. Why the heck would they do that? Sorry, I don't mean to bring the stream to a screeching halt, but you know, one of our own in trouble, I get a little concerned. That's not good, man. And if there's anything we can do for you, let us know. I mean, it's kind of a distance problem, but... Look around. Clearly, I'm not going to be offended by any idea you can come up with. Kill someone. Record it. Thug looks like he's thinking hard for a moment. Wow, you're one sick bastard. I like it. Perfect timing, too. I could use a trigger man for a little project I've got going. Come with me. See, he's going to lead us straight into the middle of his... Well, I don't... Wish I could help with that, man. This is Shadowrun Returns. It is a turn-based cyberpunk RPG. BTL junkies twitch in the throes of their sordid dreams. One bored man stands ready to administer another chip if the creds are good. Tickler. Who is this, Riker? Can't you see I'm busy here? This guy here has exotic tastes. He wants to help us out and willing to pay for the privilege. That and a copy of the recording. Well, as long as Mr. J gets what he needs, I see no reason we can't make a little extra at the same time. I think young Zipper here is just about spent. Now, just give me a moment to hook up a recording rig to our friend here and have quite the BTL for his personal collection. That's enough. Time for you to bleed. Let's see here. He's just... Ooh, he's got an Uzi. Oh, come on now. Let's switch to him. At that range, Uzi's not about to hit much of anything. Well, rather, it's not about to miss much of anything. And then I get to take my shot. There we go. I don't know who you are, but thanks. Better lay low for a while. It's about to get messy around here. I don't think I can move. Can you at least tell my dad? Yup. What else we got around here? I'll take that BTL recording, though. Might come in handy. BTL library. Right? You'd better stay in touch. You got us all worried now. The database has a vast array of BTLs covering all topics from disturbing and sad to romantic and adventurous. Let's send a happy one to the plugged-in junkies. Recording studio. Boot studio software, nothing noticeable happens. Log out. Gonna poke around in here. They are all sleeping because they're all zonked out on BTLs. Hey, Diggling Pop! Welcome! Elevator gleams at the end of the hallway, out of place amongst the filth. Let's go talk to Simp. Zipper's okay. He's pretty messed up, though. Thank you. Oh. Let's go see about this reunion. Alright, so they're just gonna do that. How are we gonna get up there? I need more charisma. Just a little more. Or strength. I'd probably go for the strength. Even though that option's kind of scummy. Let's see here. Push the intercom button. That gets me up there, doesn't it? I've got the BTL recording you're waiting for. About time. Give me a second here to send the elevator. Save the kid's son. Now we're going to go up there and see what there is to see. Penthouse suite. Stevie J's penthouse apartment might have been nice at one point in time. Classic, even. But now it's filled with neon tube lighting, broken down furniture, piles of rubbish, and crates containing who knows what. Still, compared to the rest of what you've seen, it's positively palatial. The only thing marring the penthouse's pseudo-luxury is a woman's cry of pain in the distance, followed by laughter. Someone being tortured for another's pleasure. You step deeper into the apartment. Alright, there's our karma. You know what? Definitely gonna need that strength. Alright. About time you showed up. Well, got the goods? Oh, and by the way, Sonata, yes, congratulations on that. Show him the BTL chip. Alright, man. Go down the hall and take a left, and you'll see the cell. You'll know it when you see it. Been waiting for that chip. Time to make an example out of that slitch. Oh, and you already brought some zebra meat. Glad you thought ahead. Should have seen what happened to last guy. The hounds will tear you to pieces without it. Better feed to them before I go in. Well, Stevie loves those hounds, so let's just say it would be bad for you if you make him mad. Alright. Probably gonna have to kill those guys eventually. Probably gonna have to kill those guys eventually. Confusion! Welcome. The room beyond the bars is a stinking jumble of burned flesh and dog flop. An enormous hellhound, its fur streaked with whip marks, growls low. The eyes of a second hellhound burn menacingly in the corner. I don't think I want to fight those. Shove the zebra meat through the bars. The hellhounds deliver the zebra meat in a few massive bites and let out a contented growl. Nothing yet. Alright. So. Don't think I want to open the door. Actually, no, they're probably safe now. If not, we're about to see. There we go. Find Coyote, keep Coyote alive. Ugh. Let's see here. Oh! Jeez. Well, this is gonna be a bitch and a half. Hey, Paco! Why don't you, Uzi fire the guy behind you? Let's see here. I need to keep her alive. Oh, they're gonna run away. Ugh, except not. Paco's still got some juice in him. I'm gonna go ahead. A raspy, manic voice booms over the penthouse PA system. You really think you can come in here and shoot up my place? You know who I am? I know who you are. You're the guy I'm gonna kill. Great. Sheesh. Reload. It's, Geek the Mage. There we go. That hurt. I'll switch to Paco first. Burst fire. Reload. This is gonna hurt. Oh, good. Miss. No, I can't. And with a bloody gurgle, Stevie J is no more. Okay. You're an idiot. Okay. Ninja! Welcome! I just killed a bunch of gangbangers. Late Stevie J's passcodes. Let's talk to Coyote. Oh, she don't look so hot. Time you got here, Paco. Who's your friend? Just another professional. Need to ask you some questions. Not now. Coyote, we need to get you back to the Union. Mrs. Kubota has that med lab in the basement. No. No, I need to finish the other thing I came here for. I need to find something for Mr. Delilah first. Stash of gems. Delilah? I thought you'd never do it. Said you'd never do another deal with that man. Look, Paco. I needed an excuse to come back here and settle some debts. Figured I might as well get paid for it. Her voice is strong still, but her body's beginning to shake. Paco, help her back to the Union. I'll find those gems for you, then meet you there. Coyote looks as though she's about to argue, but says nothing. Come on, Coyote. Let's go. Yeah, pugs are the worst, by the way. Okay, kept Paco alive, kept Coyote alive. Let's ransack the place. Some loose new yen. Old junk. Money clip full of new yen and a med kit. Alright, I need that. Yeah, pugs are the worst. I hate tanking for pugs. Okay, that's his stuff. Okay, that's probably where I need to go. Ow. How bad is it? Oh, I'm fine. If you're gonna do that. So I can literally, like, just knock people out with that. That is pretty fucking amazing. Like, that's pretty fucking amazing. I can just keep bonking him on the head. Cool. Alright. Karma. Rare stones. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Professor Winter, welcome! Welcome to the stream. I'm DracoFire87, I am your host. And we're having some fun right now. Return to the Union. Despite Coyote's clear desire to stand on her own 2 feet, Paco needs to help her through the front door to the Seamstresses Union. Heads raised and the front room of the bar falls strangely silent. Paco stands by her side now, not speaking, his dark eyes flat with fury. Coyote presses a rag to her clawed-up face. She winces but manages to keep control as she breathes in slow, deep breaths to manage the pain. Taking a closer look, you see her arm isn't much more than shreds of meat and broken bone held together by tendons and burned skin. It'll be a miracle if she still has it by the end of the night. Yeah, pugs in anything. Especially as a tank. I play a tank in Final Fantasy XIV, for those who don't know. I tend to play Dark Knight. Pugs. Like, either I get the people who don't fucking know what they're doing, or I get the people who've done it 17,000 times and want me to pull 3 groups at once while running down a hallway. I hate it. I did Warrior through ARR, but Dark Knight, man. Dark Knight life. Yeah, Professor Winter is our new guest, and I hope it sticks around. Or she. Or I hope Professor Winter stays around before I stick my foot in my mouth. Mrs. Kubota is tending bar by herself, and Paco carries the mangled and bleeding Coyote into the Union. As soon as the boss lady lays eyes on her missing bartender, the place gets quiet. Fast. By the time she rounds the bar to meet you, Coyote is in the color of wet spackle, and there's something new in her eye. Fear. This woman has faced down hellhounds, but the sight of Mrs. Kubota has her staring at the floor and mumbling. Well, like I said, Ninja, I understand. I mained Warrior through all of Realm Reborn. There's still a soft spot in my heart for it. It's just, God love my Amazonian Rogadin woman with her giant sword. I am a sucker for giant swords. How about that? Woman, how dare you miss 2 shifts and then come back and bleed on my floor? Sorry, Mrs. Kubota. I had a run that went bad. Soka! I can see that. Your arm is a mess. Was this your crusade again? Do not answer. It will only upset me further. You caused me to worry about you, Coyote, and that distracted me from my business. Hi, Mrs. Kubota. My apologies again. Professor Winter, we hope you have found a home here. Glad to have you around. Cherry, take her downstairs to Dr. Castle. Yes, ma'am. And tell Castle to put something new and shiny where that arm used to be. Seg makes a good point. Reminds me of something that I will... Next time we have a loading screen, remind me to talk about November 4th. Y'all got that? Next time we have a loading screen. I'm not going to interrupt the story yet, but next time we have a loading screen. Mrs. Kubota, I can't afford a cyber arm. Doman Sheridan, welcome to the stream. Holy crap, this is more new people than we've had in a month. I am aware of your financial situation. When you will healed, we will discuss the concept of Giri, the debt of honor. Now, go. Bleed elsewhere. I mean, confusion, it's cyberpunk. If half of them ain't talking like weeaboos, you're not writing it correctly, in my opinion. Though there's something to be said for a cyberpunk game which has all the Asian theming that has actual Asian people in it. Like Mrs. Kubota. Unlike, say, Blade Runner. I mean, confusion, you knew me in college. I practically talked like that. But I thought I was so damn cool. And I wasn't, and I admit it, but at least I attempted to, learn Japanese. Yes, ma'am. And I have all the karma. Yay. Her anger at Coyote's rashness slowly washes from her eyes and is replaced by tears. She sniffs, wipes them away, and inclines her head to you. Witness me! No. Domo arigato, Jack. That girl is precious to me. It isn't... And I think, like, part of what I'm supposed to be getting from this, and I'm not doing this properly as a voice actor, is I am assuming that she is actually, like, speaking with, like, a Japanese accent. Like, I'm assuming that she's from kind of Japan, but the accent is difficult. Hachi! Oh my god, there's so many new people. I'm so happy. We are not decorating. We are playing a samurai named Jack. 3 guesses why, and the first 2 don't count. Serious. I'm not doing a very good Phil Lamar. Like, I really should be authentic, and I should do his Jack voice, where it is very... I am Samurai Jack. Follow, definitely. Follow, please, everybody. If you like it, if you're having fun, follow. That way you get notifications when I go live. And then, thank you, Doman Sheridan. If you really like it, that's where subscribing comes in, but that costs money, so I'm not going to beg you to do that. Yay, followers! I'm so happy right now. Also, everybody, I kind of feel sad because Riot just left under rather bad circumstances, it sounded like, but he was the one who came up with the name for our stream mascot, Pocoyo. Ah. So everybody who's new, meet Pocoyo. Stream mascot, we call on him for power when things are getting really, really bad. Yes, Doman, you do. If you have Twitch Prime, you do get a free subscription month to hand out every month. So there is that. Yes, a puppy happens when you follow. That is part... The quick gray fox is now following. Holy shit! Seg, what did you do? Oh, boy. I'm so happy. No, really. So everybody, Pocoyo says thank you. Except it mostly sounds like queh. Unless we're fighting somebody who's really awful, which it usually sounds like this. Anyway. My chocobo farts in your general direction. What was I even doing? Sonata, I appreciate the effort. You know I do. Yeah, I think it was... Who did we first do that at? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, The Voice. The Voice in Pyre was the first time the chocobo farted in a general direction. Oh my god, that's going to become a thing, isn't it? Yeah, The Voice. Oh my god, The Voice. Yes! Oh my god. Thus, the rights have chosen... Oh god. That was so good. Alright. God, it was... And the fact that you basically... they never explicitly tell you what happened to The Voice. But, my stream has memes now. Oh my god, my stream has memes. Oh my god. Fenrir, have a good night. Thank you for watching. Yeah, the what happens to the voice probably is that if you do it and you peacefully rebel and that kind of stuff, most of the corrupt administration of the Commonwealth throws themselves back down the river rather than face your rebellion. So the irony is that all of these, basically these exiles who became freed, but ended up being complicit in this corrupt system, voluntarily returned to exile so that they don't have to deal with it. Which is really kind of karmic. I love it. And so the voice probably ends up back in the downside again. Which is kind of... I love it. He hates it so much. He hates everybody there so much. And it's where he ends up in the end. Oh god, that means my reader probably could have run into him. At some point. Like... welcome back, Dingaling. It feels so strange to say that. Welcome back, Dingaling. Alright, let's go back here. But yeah, I really think that I probably should be voicing Mrs. Kubota with a heavy Japanese accent to kind of indicate that this is... English is probably not her first language. But, meh. I'll do it later. That girl is precious to me. It is not often that we see acts like these in the Barrens. You have performed a great service for my little family, and I welcome you into my home. Consider it yours, while your work keeps you here. But we both know that words are mere air. Beyond my thanks, I offer you this remuneration. Please take it, as a show of respect. I am honored, Mrs. Kubota. Thank you. We're going to do the Jack voice. We're going to at least try to do the Jack voice. How about that? You are... Oh my god, I'm a samurai and I have a liege, sort of, kind of. At least a patron. You are most welcome. And I offer more than simple lodging. You will find that there is more to the Union than meets the eye. Below us is a small facility available for discriminating independent operatives like yourself. In it, you will find vendors selling the best gear the black market has to offer, a fully equipped cyber dock, and a secure place to rest when the dreck hits the fan, as they say. My, you are quite the entrepreneur. Indeed. Normally I require a percentage of the runner's income for the use of this facility, but as I said, you are family now. Consider it on the house. To gain entrance, play G-A-F-F-C on the piano. I wonder what that ends up as. What is that tune? G-A-F-F-C. Figure it out later. Alright. So my objective... Let's see here. This may be a service. Thank you, Sonata. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head all fucking night. Fine. We're gonna be samurai? We're gonna be fucking samurai. Let's do this shit. Where is that? First off, briefly, in settings, no. Gonna briefly turn the music off. Oh, we gotta do this. Oh boy, how did we even get here? I blame Sonata. This is the theme song for my favorite Super Sentai series, and it just so happens it's about samurai. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, Hachi, I am very cheesy. Cheesy, salty, yet kind of sweet. Let's Bushido! Oh, gotta have the guitar breakdown. What the hell am I doing with my life? Alright, we're almost done. We're almost done, okay? Let's Bushido! Bushido! Samurai Sentai Shin Kenja! Oh, no. Stop. Okay. Alright. Let's be honest, you're all Bara and no Chan. That's either the best compliment or worst burn I've ever heard. Like, oh, okay. Oh boy. Oh, I think I broke myself. Oh boy. All right. Back. Where were we? Where were we? All right. Is Mr. Delilah here tonight? Yes, Mr. Delilah in the back bar. That's where he does business. You mentioned Coyote's crusade. What is it? Coyote grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. If you don't mind, how did you get involved in all of this? I am a former runner. Now I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. I mean, Hachi, it's probably better to be addicted to BLTs rather than BTLs. I mean, let's be honest. Everybody likes bacon. Well, I suppose if you're Jewish, you don't like bacon. I guess it depends on how observant you are. Anyway. That was an awful joke. I'm sorry. Now I feel bad. Hope that wasn't like me pulling a PewDiePie. That makes me cringe. Anyway. Are there any Johnsons or Fixers here tonight? I've got a Johnson here tonight, if you know what I mean. In addition to Mr. Delilah, you may wish to speak to Van Grass. He is often stage-side. Van Grass is most often a receiver of found articles, but he occasionally has work. I'll be going now. What's up, Ding-a-ling? Ding? How about just Pop? I don't think I'm going to be able to continue calling you Ding-a-ling. Oh boy. Let's see. Van Grass. Van Grass is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display and motioning to a runner standing nearby, all at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Grass. Make it quick. Biz is good. Talk to me. Mrs. Kubota said you're a fixer. He still hasn't looked at you. He's going a mile a minute. Nothing for you tonight. Sorry. I'm doing a thing right now. Important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey guy. One more thing. Covers his comlink for a moment. Tilts his head your way, but you can see he's still staring at his HUD. I'm a fence, too. If you got anything you need to unload, come see me. And, okay, he's not going to talk to me anymore. Nothing there. Nothing there. I mean, I'll just say that I have an addiction to fucking bacon and be done with it. Mr. Clue. Ah! Mr. Clue. The hulking troll bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. He nods to you and you approach. Evening. I see Coyote is back, looking only a little worse for wear. We have you to thank for that. Paco and I tracked her down. Always wondered what she saw in him, but I guess he ain't all bad. I'm just glad she's back. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You feel protective over the people here. Cyber Chris Cluey? That's actually a really interesting idea. Commentary, welcome. We've got a bunch of new people tonight. It's wonderful. Immensely. Towards anyone who walks through that door, be they employee or patron. Unless they mean ill will, of course. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Haven't minded so far. You hear anything else about Sam's death? People are saying it was the Ripper. But people say a lot of things about what they don't know, or what they don't understand. You know where I can find a fence? I think Van Grass is at the bar near the stage. Dwarf him with a cyber eye. Can't miss him. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kubota? I crawled in here after I awoke. Mrs. Kubota took me in and gave me a job. I have been here ever since. Do you have to pay extra for a manicure on hands that big? It's not the size they charge more for. It's the blood under the fingernails. I should be going. Catch you round. Johnny Clean. Johnny leans on his seemingly brand new mop and surveys the crowd at the Union. Hey, Johnny. I'm looking for where Cherry took Coyote. The piano is a little out of tune. Check it out. The piano looks like it's been here since the Union was built, but it doesn't look like anyone has played it in earnest for almost as long. As you slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder, immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the stairs into the Union safe house. Loading screen? No loading screen. Okay, still no. The entrepreneurial Mrs. Kubota has combined everything a runner might need into one-stop shopping experience. Black market equipment, high-end magical talismans, and a fully stocked cyber surgery dealership. Dr. Sarah Castle. Make it quick. I need to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Looked like you could use a hand. Ouch. Bad joke right now. She looks down at her mangled arm. Oops. Okay, folks, I'm going to have to ask you to sit in the waiting area. Watch some Trivid or something. This young lady and I have work to do. Take it easy, Coyote. We'll be here when you wake up. Say anything about me going to sleep. Just give me something to bite on. You're tough, kid. But you're not that tough. Okay, Coyote, let's take a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote. I earned this face. I'm being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End story. Whatever you say, kid. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty-night. Okay. Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged, and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm, but now that the adrenaline is worn off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern medicine, science, combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Can I talk to you for a few minutes, Coyote? About Sam. Sam what? What about him? Sam's dead. Holy dreck. Sam. Can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. Me too. You were friends? We ran together. Got it. Guess it was just the same way for me in a way. We drank together. Sam just had a way of charming you. Guess I knew him the best of everyone here. I'm sorry he's gone. You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd, as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him? Met him. He's a charmer, too. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Oh my god. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing them back, but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Cluey wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back, to the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. You said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? Gal pal, lay him on me. I'm 30. I'm probably old. Come on, lay it on us. Come on. She thinks. Standard Sam drank. How he grew up rich and didn't deserve this. How he hated his mother. How he loved his mother. It's pretty pathetic stuff. Where did Sam live? In the streets, mostly. Occasionally convinced someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes they'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. Did he have any enemies? Gal pal, have you seen me? Graceful? Mercenary? Enemies? It's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran off his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies, at least none that I'm aware of. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything, booze, chips, drug. He loved the nitro. Whatever he could get his hands on. What thing? Confusion? Was it always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Sam was sick? Dying? Didn't you know? Everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while. One day he came back all better. Looked good, even. All better, just like that. Oh, yeah, Armitage. Yeah, I remember that. I am old. Oh, well. Said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. Will. But I have the gems. I don't understand. Spock! Welcome! But I have the gems. Like, actually, Armitage, Armitage is actually probably a William Gibson reference. Because I believe the name of one of the main characters in Neuromancer is Armitage. Actually, I'm almost certain of it. So if there's a character named Armitage, then it's actually probably original Cyberpunk. And that might be where the anime gets it from, to some degree, too. If I recall correctly. Yes, that is a flipping corgi animation commentary. That's what happens when someone follows. Yeah, Case and Molly's boss. He was nuts, as I recall. Absolutely fucking nuts. What else? Yeah, the shorter proximity reference is the SNES Shadowrun. We talked a little bit about that. Ninja told me about that on the first one. The first stream of this. Yeah. Yeah, the guy that hires them for the run and is, yeah, he is batshit, as I recall. If I recall, Wintermute, the AI, puts Armitage's brain back together after he breaks, and it's not very stable. Yeah, completely nuts. Let's talk to some folks first. What's our objectives? Okay. There you go. Have a corgi. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread, but in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The safe house boasts a fully equipped medical suite complete with shamanic fetishes. This is sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. The doctor herself is an unassuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely, if not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle. The spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. And I suppose you were the one who patched her up. Impressive work. Thank you. It's a shame she wouldn't let me repair her face, though. She notes you eyeballing the facilities. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service medbay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help you with anything? Werepup, welcome back. Tell me more about trauma kits. Trauma kits are fully automated stabilization units that include a defibrillator, spray-on synthetic skin, and medical nanomachines. They can save a runner's life if you move fast enough. So if you're bleeding out, one of those can get you back on your feet? Exactly, but you have to be quick. This is Doc Wagon's old field tech, but even their stuff has limits. Let's see your medical supplies. Deesh! Expensive. You stash. I've got a basic trauma kit, advanced med kit, basic med kit. Try not to use the trauma kits. We'll grab a med kit though, because that is always useful. What cyberware do you have available? Let's see here. Current Essence 6, Essence Alpha Operation 6. Data jack for riggers and deckers. As Technology Cyberleg, which I'd like. Oh, I want those. Want those. Oh. I want some of this stuff, but it's expensive. And I have a feeling that I can come back when I've got more. I see shamanic fetishes. You a shaman too? While modern medical technology makes surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I am trained in the ways of the spirit world as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. What's that on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery, dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. Well, let's see. We'll see what else we've got around here, and then if we don't spend everything, we might spend that money. Algernon. Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. What accent should I do for this guy? I'm afraid that if I go for Jamaican, I'm just going to end up both racist and Irish. What do y'all think? If I go for Jamaican, I'm just going to end up racist and Irish. That's pretty good. Should I give it a shot anyway? I don't know. British. I can try British. Let's see if I can go for more like, I don't know, up north. Up north? Up north? Oop. God damn, I'm not going to be able to do this well. Good evening to you, young human. And well, God, I'm losing it already. Welcome to this humble home we call the Union. That's not right. I'm just going back to Cluey. Yeah, I'm trying to go Idris Elba. Like, that would be great if I could remember how Idris Elba talked and imitate it. Canceling the apocalypse. Canceling the apocalypse. I'm not doing it right. We'll see. We'll just let it wander around and end up where it ends up. Young human, welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon, half-dream. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. I was getting there. And I can use absolutely none of this. Nope. Eric Mersman. Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better, not that you look bad now or anything, but each one will help to keep you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. I've already bought the most expensive thing he owns, so never mind. T.B. Gruberman. Why do I keep running around behind him? Theodore... Holy shit. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers. Calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman, at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore, on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? Exactly do you sell here? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. If that wasn't enough, I also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. So what can I get you? Take a look at what he's got. Um... Got his armed weapon. Got all that. Really don't need to upgrade my pistol, given that I'm not going to be using it a whole ton. Got med kits. Oh, I've got Cyber Guy over here. David Fry II. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists, and if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions that I can answer? Or anything gear you need? The accents slip around until I nail them down. Yeah, and if I try to do Scandinavian, by the way, Werepup, I'm just going to end up sounding like the fucking Swedish chef. Herdy, I know, herdy, that look at you. Whatever, fuck it. Herdy, the bark. Holgen, Fargen, Stolerburden. That's not actually what Swedish people sound like. That's the thing that kills me. You're okay with that, pup. I bet you are. What's a deck? You jack into the Matrix, or in the context of a run, when you jack into the local node of the facility you're in, the deck determines how many programs and ESPs you can carry, and the firepower of your base attack, Matrix attack. Decks have IP when decks... Okay, you're techno-babbling and I'm done. Yeah. I ain't gonna be doing that. Oh, I'm being rude. Let me also introduce you to our resident decker and my good friend, Johnny Clean. Have a good night, Werepup. Well, in the same overalls you saw him in upstairs, down here, leaning over a workbench crammed with circuit boards, cables, and chips, Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. You get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and invisible as the most infamous deckers today. Oh my god, confusion. That's awesome. Greatest moment of my life was watching my Swedish brother-in-law get introduced to the Swedish chef. Yes. I wish I could have seen that. Good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. How is decking used? Decking skills is often used just on terminals in the real world to get information, hack doors, etc. But occasionally a run will have an option or requirement to go into the local Matrix LAN of the facility you're infiltrating to gain access to valuable information or control more important things in the real world. Why are you dressed as a janitor? Did I stand out upstairs? No, janitors never do. When I was younger, I had a rep for getting in and getting out of systems so cleanly that no one knew I was there. Half the Matrix runs that earned me my rep were made possible because I was able to get inside the facility, posing as a janitor. Now it's just sort of part of me. Is it true that you are part of the Echo Mirage team? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for over a decade. He's smart enough not to tell me. So he's sure as hell not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. I don't even know what that means. Alright, I met all the black market vendors. Alright, folks. Eyes or legs? Eyes or legs? HP is good, but that leaves me with all of like 55 fucking new yen. Thighs. I would love to get these thick thighs that would probably save my life. Yeah, I get the legs. I can't afford the legs. Guys, can't afford the legs. Alright, so I'm just going to save my new yen. Okay, that's my stash. Cool. Yes, those thick thighs would almost definitely save my life, but I don't have the money for them yet, so whatever. The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillow, you find an old photograph that's seen a lot of wear. Look at the image. Pictures of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock at the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tied around the girl's shoulder and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Check the back. Written in a woman's hand are the words, Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. I mean, confusion. You know, thick thighs get my Metal Gear rising, if you know what I mean. Can't believe I just said that. I'm such a dork. Of course it wasn't good. That's why it's funny. Have you met me? Oh boy. You're back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take off a load and watch with me? Found something in this bunk Sam was using. Yeah, great. What is it? I live for these puns. For the awful jokes, the terrible things. I love it. I live for it. If you don't like it, you're not going to like it here. A photo. You know, Sam had a twin sister. Yeah, I did. You mentioned her once or twice. It didn't sound like they got along that well. She thinks. He was rambling on about her the last time I saw him. By that point, he was completely gone. I really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Your comlink chirps, and the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Officer Aguirre, what a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. Got to go. Okay, listen. I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off. Sam was my friend. Head to the docks and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks. I appreciate the help. Cool. Let's go upstairs. Talk to, this is Mr. Delilah over here. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shoddy on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? Mr. Delilah? We have business to discuss. What business? I ain't got no business with you. Coyote sent us. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote's late. My client's getting anxious. Where is she? There's trying on a new arm. Your run went south for her. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So who are you two? I'm Jack. He's Paco. Great. We're all introduced. Now give me my stones. I didn't look at the stones, did I? Is he gonna know that I've shorted him? Hey, people who've played this game before. Oh, no, I'm not gonna resort to that. Let's look in my inventory. Mission items. It just has that. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye. Moving quickly through what appear to be the most valuable stones, he stops when he can't find what he's looking for. He glares at you, furious, and throws the rest of the gems in your face. It's not here. What? He exhales slowly and wags his head as he speaks to you. Let me explain the way the world works to you. I hire someone to do a job. They do it. Then they get paid and we part happy. Now you have something that I paid Coyote to get for me. That makes it mine. So you give me the pebble and we won't make any more work for Johnny Clean. Coyote may not have told you, but the penalty for being late with the delivery was no payment. I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the gems I threw in your damn face. Mr. Delilah looks you up and down, takes you all in, smiles to himself. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. I need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. Dismisses you with a wave. Looks like you impressed him. I know the fence for those gems, Van Grass. Follow me. Yeah, I already met him. Ugh. I'm gonna regret all of that, aren't I? You're back. Still busy. What's your story? I can see you're a busy man. That's right, and? So I wouldn't bother you if I hadn't come into possession of these rare stones. You have his attention. Rare stones, huh? Let's see these rare stones. And here the servos in Van Grass's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his heads over the stones for 2 seconds. Maybe less. Huh. Where'd you get this dreck? A gumball machine? Give you 1,000 for him. Well, think about it. Suit yourself, because I've got karma to spend, motherfucker. And I can get a new etiquette, and it's gonna be academic. And then I'm going to spend the rest on being able to kill people. Mostly. Probably. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's try this again. Oh, fuck. Bugger! I should have known better. God damn it. I'm not smart. Oh well. No, I think I can afford those legs now. Can I? Or were those 3,000? Blah. I made bad choices, Seg. I made several bad choices in a row. Involving leveling up, mostly. Yeah, sure. I can buy a leg. Great. Yeah, I'm not a mage. Whatever. Yeah, basically, yes, I do actually fight things. Pup? Come on. You actually missed combat already. Seg, I attempted to be cunning, and then I attempted to be cunning again, and I was neither, ever. So, oh boy. And Pup, this is basically a very good translation of a tabletop game into video game form, and so it's going to be like a tabletop game. You actually probably are not going to hit combat a lot, because that's anyway. Loading screen. Before we read this loading screen, and so okay. Guys who've played this game before, have I just totally ruined my game at this point? Am I making a lot of bad decisions? Because I have autosaves. I have autosaves. I can go back. If I haven't ruined myself for the game, then I'll keep going. I'm okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, charisma and being able to talk to people is almost never a waste. The thing on the 4th. All right, folks. So I've talked about this a little bit on the Twitter I use, which, by the way, you can find that below the stream, and on my Facebook page that I have, which you can find below the stream. And I encourage you both to like the Facebook page, to follow me on Twitter, because that's when I do updates about streams. If I stream at a weird time, you know, if something happens. Anyway. On November 4th, I am participating in Extra Life Game Day, which is basically for those who don't know, it is a 24-hour gaming marathon, basically, in order to raise funds for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, which is a great charity. They're rated very highly. They do great work helping, basically, sick kids. What's not to like about that? So, me and 3 of our stream regulars, 2 of whom are here right now, me and Damian Kaiser and Confusion Inc. and Segfault Victa are going to be doing a 24-hour level 1 to level 70 rush in Final Fantasy XIV to help raise money for these kids. We're going to start at like 8 a.m. and we are not going to stop until it's 8 a.m. again. God help us. But it's for charity, and it's great, and it's a great cause, and so I highly encourage everybody to go check out. It's extra-life.org. That is where you can see all the details about the event. It's a great thing. You can find me there. I will put a link to my donation page in the chat here in just a second so that you can see what I've got going and the team that we have. Baton Death March 14, you're not exactly wrong. Let's see here. Dashboard. No, not dashboard. Settings. Alright. Copy link to clipboard. Go there. Check it out. Take a look. Would be, of course, extremely, terribly pleased if anybody decided to donate. It's, like I said, it's a great cause and one that I'm pretty enthusiastic about. As you can tell from my very enthusiastic. Anyway, and we've got donation incentives. You can choose, you can indicate with your donation what race you want me to play or what class. Where I'm the group's designated tank, so you basically have two choices, but you can decide if you want me to do a warrior or a paladin. Wonderful. You can donate to dictate what my name is going to be in character. So, you know, fun stuff. I don't know what else I'm going to say there. So that's going to be November 4th, and we're going to stream the entire thing, of course. So I definitely hope you join us for the madness. I am sure that as we go on, we are all going to get increasingly crazy and increasingly fried, which is going to be part of the appeal. You know, I mean, and you know, if you want to make me play Paladin, if you want, hey, donate for it. I'm doing this for the kids. It's not about me. I've got the character I play. That's when it's about me. This is for the kids. I cannot be a tortoise person. Commentary. I can be essentially a Bara drawing brought to life, or if you do the female variant, an Amazon. You can do the dragon people, the cat people, the potato people, the elves by another name, and the humans. So, yeah. I am sure that everybody will end up coming with especially with creative names and whatever. Just remember that the highest donation in a category wins. So, you know, you can bid $5 to have my name be something, but it's probably not going to survive. Just saying. The dragon people are also kind of Bara fan art brought to life, but not nearly as much as the Rogadin art. The Aura are more like Doshinji brought to life. Let's be honest, with the long faces and the kind of the long arms, and no commentary. I'm afraid that I cannot play one of the Ninja Turtles. I wish I could. That would be fun. I would probably play a ninja as a Kojin just to play a Ninja Turtle. So, but that is not the way. I mean, pup, if you for $500, you're damn right that's what I'll do. Like, mercenary. I am for sale at this point. Not that way. That's a different website. We're not on that website. I'm not going to be on that website. I know, I'm pretty sure that Pup, unfortunately, is not going to be donating $400 to have me be Dr. Dingaling. Oh, God. It would take a lot more than $500 to get me to legally change my name. Just saying. So, now for $5 million, we'll talk about it. Yeah. Anyway, please go check it out. You know, tell your friends, share with your friends. We're going to be having a great time, and we hope to see you all there on November 4th as we do that. Let's get back to the game. Now that I've made my overly long pitch. The South Seattle docks. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with his latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken-down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination? The National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Let's see here. Just gonna explore a little bit. Oh, nothing down there. Streetwalker. Hey, you looking for a good time? Know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. Okay. Halt! The Lone Star Guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly, like he might shoot something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? Officer Aguirre called me in. He needs me to rule out if the killer bypassed security if they were let in. Oh, of course. Aguirre's just inside the warehouse. Definitely no holes in our security here. Tip-top shape. Sorry, I'm muting a tab. Mrrr. Foghorns. Need a leghorn, though. Karma gained 3. Good, that's enough to get me something. Little strength never hurt. Actually, let's talk to the guard. See if he's got anything to say. Alright, no. Chicken hawk my ass? What? I don't understand. Anyway. Let's see here. Oh. Let's just poke around real fast. See if there's anything to see. Ooh, there is stuff to see. Inside your stash. Oh, I like that. See, this is why in RPGs you always check in the corners. Alright, now we're gonna go talk to Officer Aguirre. Oh. The warehouse. Inside the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks top a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. There's a place for storing things, and nothing more. And despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. Seems this case hasn't leaked to the press. Yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Yeah, I heard about that Sonata. It's a good thing to do. Oh, God. McCluskey's already there, isn't he? Took your sweet time, didn't you? You know the traffic these days. Fill me in. Time to go over the evidence while you are en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on the office over there if you want to see for yourself. The victim worked here at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. The National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try to determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Scientists don't make good criminals. Tell me about it. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his corp master's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. Oh. Let's see here. Investigate the murder scene. Let's see. What's in here? Appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Inspect the toothbrush. Blue toothbrush is still wet from being used. It smells of mint and cigarettes. Ew. Inspect the comb. Comb is black plastic and has some wiry gray hairs stuck in it. Great. Researchers' work cyber terminal has been left on, presumably by the Lone Star investigators. Read the notes for case file number 95. Case file 95. Federated Boeing jetliner, IDN something something, corporate owner Ares. Plane had several mechanical issues resulting in a mayday at 3:04 a.m. on June 17, 2053. Pilot reported that the altimeter was reading in the negative values. The co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of his plane. The pilot cannot be contacted or located by a plane steward. Co-pilot radios in a mayday. The plane crashes in an empty field in western North Dakota. Interesting. 96. Pratt & Whitney, unmanned. Corporate owner Ares. Summary, redacted. Time log. Redacted. File has been corrupted for number 98. Read the researcher's private notes. The notes that appear on screen pertain to NTSB case file 96, the crash of an Ares jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border. Crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator's notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the researcher's notes to your PDA. Welcome, Seg. Alright, so there's that. Hey, let's talk to Dresden. Jack, surprised to see you here. Let me guess. Officer Dwyer tipped you off. Suppose you must have made an impression on the market yesterday. Or your cred stick did, at any rate. Anyway, surprise, we've got another Ripper victim on our hands. What's the story with this one? Victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Cause of death? Unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. Not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Any idea which organ the Ripper was after this time? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. McCluskey getting any closer to a subject? Suspect? McCluskey couldn't find his ass with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. How's Officer Aguirre doing on the case? He seems like a real go-getter. Aguirre would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? He grins from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Sounds like the Ripper is taking a different trophy from each victim. Sam's liver, this guy's lungs. Any theories? Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants. Which is interesting, because another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. Granted, modern medicine had made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that. A coincidence. Well, I'm starting to put it together, though, because the girl had transplanted eyes with unknown provenance. And then Sam clearly had a new liver, also of unknown provenance. So somebody's taking their organs back. Great. This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other two. If I find that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. Who's that woman over there? No clue. She just showed up. Next of kin, I think. Going to take a look around. Good luck out there. I mean, cyberpunk necromancy is actually sounding really likely right now. Oh my god. Shannon Half Sky. You're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. I'm independent. It's a relationship to the dead man. The suspicion in her voice and eyes departs almost instantly when the subject turns to deceased. He's my brother. I've been trying to speak with him. But I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman. Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make my contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easier way. She looks at you, the flattery largely failing to affect her, given the circumstances. But then inspiration dispels the dark clouds surrounding her. Perhaps my brother's spirit is too weak. That's a given. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yes, there are others. Other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? The warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help. They wish to be heard. And I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there. You seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? Of course. Okay, nothing here. Talk to Aguirre real fast. This is a core pit. Why'd they leave the evidence on the computer? Good catch. That information's probably worth a fortune if you found a buyer. Alright, nothing I don't already know. Let's see if his locker will help us. As you reach for the comb, the hair on the back of your hand stands on end. When you take it off its little shelf, your heart thumps in your chest. Hard. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You pocket the comb. Alright. Let's look in the bathroom real fast. You don't need to go right now. Wonderful. Oh, poster depicts a svelte young woman posing with an assault rifle. Okay, let's see if I can get in there. Hinkle, welcome! It's been a while! There's a large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. They could be discarded luggage or possibly the shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. Dig through the shoe pile. Find nothing interesting about the shoes in the pile. Oh, great. It's hard to say whether this is a heap of items and refuse recovered from a plane crash or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. Dig through the trash. Sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with the stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Suspect the earring. The earring is made out of burnished steel, formed in the shape of a small salmon. An intense primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the earring. They're going good, Hinkle. We've got a lot of new people in stream tonight. We're, Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. We're doing some story. Not fighting a lot of people yet, but expect the dented lunchbox. Dented tin lunchbox that's seen better days. You can barely make out the face of a grinning troll on the front. Expect the cred stick. Surprisingly, the cred stick is still functional. You slot it into your PDA and 200 is added to your account. Walk away. Before somebody notices that I just basically stole from the dead. Alright, we've got 2 items. Time to do the shaman thing. Read a sort of racist review of the new Jackie Chan movie. How can you... What did they do? Like... Yeah, everything gets wrong with people sometimes. It feels as though you have found enough objects. Here they are. Here are the objects you found. You close your eyes and chance over them for a time. And when her eyes open again, they are filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. It shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is all this? Oh, fuck you. Sir Guire trails after the detective, only meeting her eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir. She is a crime scene, officer, not some Salish drum circle. Oh, so he's racist too. Wonderful. It's standard procedure to contact the next of kin. Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get the hell out. Come on. If we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret. Or worse, something I'd enjoy. And that is awful commentary. Once sweet, but now sour. Fuck that shit. That man is an ass. She stares daggers at McCluskey from across the warehouse. There's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before the clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in there. We'll come back later once the coast is clear. Thank you for stopping in, Hinkle. So grateful. And hope to see you around more soon. I hope things get less busy. Can't stand the waiting. Don't see any other choice. I'm sure you're up for this. Means your brother's killer doesn't take another life, then. Yes. Thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. Just smile. Good. I'll put up the money, if you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled new yen from inside a leather pouch, starts to count it out, then shoves the whole wad at you. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. New objective, return to the Seamstresses Union. As you start to leave the warehouse, your comlink chirps and the face of Coyote pops on the screen. Coyote looks tense. Hoy, Jack. You're in the middle of something? No problem. What did you need? Backup. Her jaw sets. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Stevie J ran the squats. Ran my world when I was growing up. I remember. She looks relieved. Whiz. I have a cousin, Gino. He's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers, bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. Tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. Been shooting at BTL labs ever since trying to find him. Guessing you have a new lead. It's not a lead. Her face lights up. She's running hot. Has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. On my way. You'd come. Send you the address. See you soon. Street Samurai. My sense of honor is going to get me killed. Ugh. Coyote's Crusade. A cluster of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her appears to be the remnants of a public housing project. The buildings look like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with Paco on a street corner, eyeing the roofs, the doorways, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, Coyote barely says a word as the three of you weave your way through the tenements. She walks purposefully, her new cyber hand flexing open and close with each step. It's unclear whether the action is voluntary or not. You circle around the back of a building and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder and pulls it down. Without a signal, she starts her climb towards the roof. Paco looks at you worriedly and clouds up the ladder. Girl's gotta chill or else she's gonna get herself and everyone around her killed. Thanks for meeting us, Jack. I owe you one. No sweat. Figured you could use the backup. Yeah, you never know what kind of... Blah. You never know what sort of firepower to expect in one of these BTL squats. She brightens. Oh, hey, listen. Got good news for you. You know Sam's sister, Jessica? One of my contacts found her for me while you were on your way here. Called her and asked her to meet you at the Union later today. Hope that helps. Good job, thanks. She looks at you, her scarred face soft. Least I can do. Alright, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of the squats past that door up ahead. Here, there's a whole lab set up in there. In my experience, there's usually a lookout watching for cops outside and a guard at the door inside. Like I said, I don't know how much firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty, so stay on guard. Just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. Coyote and Paco must survive. Well, let's talk to the door guard. Always past him. The orc looks twitchy, his eyes rolling in his head. He scans the three of you. Pat looks past to see if there are others. Licks his lips, nods throughout as if going through some internal checklist. Oi, how you doing? Good day for a trip, ain't it? She leans in, whispers in your ear. This guy's a clocker. Trades work times for chips. Part salesman, part lookout. Probably has a signal device for the guys inside. And go on a ride? What kind of rides can I go on? Got all of it. Got it all. All of it. Got it all, yeah. What you want to do? Want to do some crime? Want to be bad? We can hook you up. Don't roll that way. Want to be a hero? Be a hero. We got fairy tale, Drek chummers, love. You name it. And you can slag and frag to your heart's content. Real thing, right? Slagging and fragging doesn't matter what the trip is, as long as there's slagging involved, right? Cody's eyes are hard, her pupils tight little pinpricks of hate. You do snuff, too, don't you? Clocker looks around, more nervous now. Maybe, yeah, maybe. For the right price. I can feel it. What it's like to die. What it's like to kill. Just let me in. See you around after this. Probably see you lots. This is gonna get messy fast. Concerned woman. The woman is probably in her 30s, but hard times have aged her. She looks at you with concern. Don't do it, friends. Don't slot that dreck they're selling. BTLs are killers. Theirs most of all. Sounds like you know from experience. She pulls her hair back to show you. No implant. Then her mouth tightens and her eyes well up in tears. I do. I know. Lost my husband. Lost my son. My daughter. I use her to record. Do you have a pass card to get in there? No, but Jamal has my son's card. Took it off him when his brain fried. Jamal's down the hall. Don't know if he'll give it up, but that's between you and him. What kind of guards do they have in this place? She looks around frightened, whispers. They're serious. This place is backed by the Yakuza. Japanese mafia. Oh man. How many? What kind of firepower? There's a guy on the door, Charlie. He sells the passes to get in. He's not tough, blind in one eye. Another 5 or so wandering around. 2 of them are bad news, covered in magic symbols. Mean. She's amped, ready. 5 or 6? It's not so bad. Surprise on our side. Any chipheads inside the lab? Yep. All day. All night. They can be dangerous, too. Chipheads? Dangerous? Once someone's chipped, they can send him any program they want. Make him do whatever. Turn him into horrors. Killers. Anything. We're looking for a kid named Gino. You know him? Who doesn't? He's here all the time. Gino's a clocker, trades his time for chips. That's our little errand boy. I saw him go in there this morning. Hasn't come out. So I imagine he's riding a dream chip. Got to go. Alright, so let's get that pass first. Jamal. Alright, let's talk to Jamal. Jamal has a look of a long-time chiphead, emaciated, hollow-eyed, but hungry and desperate. What you looking at? Here you have a pass card. Hear that, right? You got a few? Sell them at a discount. Charlie charges 50 new yen for him, but I can hit you 3 for 100. I was thinking 75. I was thinking slot off. Sure, whatever. Have a good night, commentary. Oh, fuck. Charlie's an orc with an expression of boredom and one milky eye. He drones through his standard patter. Have a good night, commentary. Need a pass? 50 new yen each. 150 new yen for the lot of you. That'll let you come and go as you please. You can chip in there and keep you safe while you ride. BTL chips are separate cost, last about 3 hours. Prices vary. Buy those inside. Strength 4. Fix him with a stare. I don't think we need passes, do you? His one good eye wavers. Nope. I'm good. See you on the way out. And I bought passes anyway. Fuck me. Alright. This is gonna be a nightmare. Oh, this is gonna be a combat nightmare. Oh, I should probably turn the music back on, by the way. I was wondering where that was. Turned it off so we could have samurai. Alright, let's take a look around. The entire floor of this tenement has been given over to chaos of technology and squalor. Across the room, a chromed-out Decker argues loudly with an armed thug, abruptly falling silent as they turn towards you. The shotgun-wielding thug squeaks in panic. "It's the crew that took out Stevie J's place. I told you it was only a matter of time." The man with the cyberdex calmly speaks with a heavily digitized voice. "You messed with the wrong BTL lab, Aho. Excuse me. This is a Yakuza operation. With a push of a button, I can make these tweakers into my own personal killer puppets. You're fragged." "Jack, don't attack any of the chipheads. They don't know what they're doing. You could hurt Gino." "No civilian casualties. Got it. Have a concussion grenade. Better than fragging the tweakers if they get caught in the middle." Shit. Well, that was not how I wanted this to go. Alright. Let's see here. Run Jack up. And I have got this bright little combat stim. Damn! That works. I'm guessing the wrong way is to kill chipheads, right? Because that sounds like a wrong way. Yeah, not killing any chipheads. Oh, shit. That's gonna be bad, isn't it? Ow! Ow, 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 ow. I'm gonna kick this Decker's ass. God, that's gonna hurt. Frag the mage first, always. But I'm going to... Oof. Frag the mage. See here. Chiphead. can't wind him down. But I gotta end it. I gotta make it stop. Actually, no. Let's see here. Pistols are safer. Yakuza Mage. You look like somebody I can kill with impunity. That's some damage, man. Whew. Hey, pup, you just missed all the combat. Alright. Didn't let any of the chipheads die. You eject the BTL Gino's been riding. He gasps suddenly, his eyes flutter open. He looks confused. Worse than the other chipheads you've seen. His lips are white and chapped, his eyes sunk into his head. There's vomit on his shirt and sweat on his forehead. When he speaks, his words are slurred. He's burnt. What the hell? Who slotted me out? Who fragging slotted me out? Coyote is shaking. She looks horrified. Gino. It's me. It's Carla. Gino looks at her with glazed eyes. No recognition. Slot me back in, goddammit. This is bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Slot me back in. He looks up around the room angrily. His hand reaches for his implant. Coyote grabs his wrist, stops him. Gino, no. Coyote, be careful. Gino wrenches his wrist from Coyote's grasp, staggers back, reaches under his shirt and pulls out a gun. Coyote watches it, horrified, with tears in her eyes. Gino waves it around, blinking wildly. Off. Just back the hell off. Take it easy, Gino. We're backing off. Presses his hands to the sides of his head, his fingers still on the trigger. Squints. What the hell is wrong with you people? We're trying to help you. It's the way you help me? Look at this place. Look at me. He looks around at the squalor of the room, then glimpses his own reflection in the machinery. Oh God. Look at me. There are drugs that can help you, Gino. We can go slow. He looks at Coyote. Looks at you. We'll go slow. He drops the gun, and Paco quickly scoops it up. Coyote grabs him fiercely. He slumps into her arms, and she rocks with him for a long time, her head buried in his shoulder. When she looks up, she locks eyes with you, the deepest gratitude reflecting on her face. We're done here. We're done. I don't need to step foot into one of these places ever again. Looking for trouble. Shannon's plan is the best lead you've got to find out more about the Ripper, but getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case the Drek hits the fan. Seamstress's Union will have exactly what you need. A fixer. Finding this necessary middleman and deal broker is the key to most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the new yen. It's their job to have the contacts and know who's good at what. They'll put together the team you need. Magical support, skilled street samurai for muscle, that's me, or a Nova Hot Decker for matrix work. Running the shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunners you can. Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey Jack, there's a woman looking for you. Jessica something. She's waiting for you by the stage. Bellevue type. Wouldn't order anything. Won't touch anything. I think she's afraid of diseases or something. Thanks, Cherry. No charge, chummer? Why's the bar so empty? Don't get much action in the early afternoon. Just a few salarymen slumming Touristville and hoping to talk to Madame Sinful and some die-hard regulars. Madame Sinful? That's what the downtown folks call Mrs. Kubota. It's a Touristville thing. They like her to have a naughty name like that. Yeah, like... I mean, that's part of the way it can be, like... In a tabletop game, I mean... Everybody's got to remember the rules. Everybody's got to find their dice. Everybody's got to remember what their character does. Everybody's got 7 different ideas of how to kill the bad guy. You got to find the map. You got to find the tokens. Oh god, it's such a pain. Like, I've done tabletop sessions where one combat with one boss with no flunkies took 4 hours. It was not fun. And then you add flunkies, and then you add, like, puzzle bullshit, because the GM always thinks that he's a fucking game designer. No offense to most GMs. But I've been that GM sometimes, admittedly. Like... Well, Seg, I think I've told you about the RPG group that I quit down here. And how bad that got. How awful. Like, I've seen some shit. I have seen some shit. You know, the cinematic, supposed to be badass fight against the wave of zombies where one player decided that he was going to teleport to the boss that we were supposed to take down together and fight him solo, literally a mile from where the rest of the party is, while we're trying to hack through a bunch of zombies because he took the only magical items that could pull that trick off. For the record, no matter how badass he might think he should be, Confusion, you might have heard that story before. Who wants me to tell this story, okay? Who wants a brief break for a RPG horror story? Sure, we'll take a brief break for an RPG horror story, because that's what we do here. So we were playing a game. It was post-apocalyptic setting, post-apocalyptic fantasy, and as it was, there was a lot of party conflict. Like, everybody, it was almost like paranoia level of party conflict, and we were playing Pathfinder. Okay? Confusion, this is after your horror stories. This is after the games that I played with in Cape. These are ones from where I live now. like paranoia level of backstabbing was going on in this party anyway. But we had a character, and his name was, what was his name? I think it was Win. It was something. Anyway, he was a barbarian with this complex, and this was mostly the player, but it was the character, but mostly the player. That his whole thing was that he was the, when he was a kid in the backstory, he had been the one to kill another kid to stop the magic ritual from going off that would have destroyed this area that we were in. And it did destroy the rest of the world, but whatever. So he had this gigantic guilt complex. Like, he kept the great sword that he had at the time of when he did this thing, and like he had it in character, wrapped in like the hilt, wrapped in like barbed wire and shards of glass, so that every time it cut him and hurt him every time he drew it to remind him of his sin, you know, and shit like that, despite the fact that he'd fucking saved every fucking buddy. Anyway, that kind of character, right? And I was playing a paladin. I was playing a motherfucking paladin. And at one point, this character told me that my paladin character did not know what sacrifice and commitment was. He knew what sacrifice and commitment was because he had borne this sin, whatever, and he was the authority on morality. He was a fucking barbarian, and I was a fucking paladin. No, he wasn't. Anyway, so we're up. We're in this big cinematic encounter that is supposed to kind of we're literally playing this on New Year's Eve as part of the big New Year's Eve celebration that the local gaming shop does. It's like 10 at night when the combat starts, okay? It's like 10. And we're fighting, and it's supposed to be this big climactic thing, and we're fighting through all these zombies and stuff like that, because there's a bunch of undead, everything like that. There's an undead worm, giant undead worm, made of corpses melded together, which is spitting undead out into the city through the wall and everything like that. And on top of it is this leader undead. He wasn't a lich, he was like a... God, I forget what he was called, but he was big and he was badass and he actually had a brain. And we, as a party, are starting to fight through this sea of zombies to get to this worm and to fight the boss and to drive back this invasion from the last city left on the planet, right? Cinematic shit, fun shit, the kind of shit that unifies all of the party against the backstabbing, we think. Okay? And God, I don't even know why. I don't even know what gets into his head. Suddenly, this barbarian's barbarian's player starts flipping frantically through the rule books, and he's going back and forth between items and whatever. This is never a good idea. This is never a good sign. Ever. And he asks the GM how far away it is to the big boss. And the GM says, well, it's about like a mile and three-quarters of a mile. And he checks, and he's like, how much is that in feet? It's about this much in feet. We'll say it's like this much in feet. Okay. I use my boots of teleportation And I teleport to next to the boss. What? And the GM basically looks at him and goes, "Are you sure you want to do that?" He's like, "Yeah." And the entire party at this point is sitting there going, "What the fuck? We're killing zombies. What the fuck are you doing?" And he teleports. He says, "Yeah, I know, absolutely going to do this." Teleports next to the boss, who's standing on the giant, like, sandworm made of corpses, right? Teleports there. That's his turn. That's all he's got. I think he used, like, Dimension Door. It was an item that it was either Boots of Teleportation or an item that gave him Dimension Door or something like that. Anyway, gets there. That's his turn. He's done. Guess who's next? The boss. Actually, no, the boss isn't next. The worm is next. The corpses that make up the worm grab him and start dragging him down into the worm from the outside. The boss takes his turn. First thing he does, he casts Dimensional Anchor, because he's got that in his spell list. Now shithead can't get out. And then he takes his 3 attacks. We were all level 15 at this point. We were fairly heavily geared. The boss took off half of the barbarian's hit points in one round. Half. Say, he was trying to kill it single-handedly. Like, he stated that his character wasn't going to stand for slogging through these zombies. He was just going to go and he was going to take out the evil. So now the party is split. Because our characters, he's the only one who can teleport. Our mage can't teleport, because our mage was a fireball-focused specialty mage. Mage can't teleport. Nobody else can. We've got a couple people who could fly. And now the party's split. And now things drag to a halt, as the rest of us will take our turns, which are pretty simple because we're still fighting through basic zombies, and we're like level 15 or 18 at that point. And the whatever. So this guy now knows he's in. He tries to. I think he didn't. It didn't take like his entire, like, half of his hit points, but it took a huge chunk. He took a huge chunk in that first turn. The next thing he does is he tries to hit the boss. He's grappled by the worm. He is completely flat-footed. He still just is going Leroy Jenkins ahead. He's going to kill the boss. Well, he's a boss that the entire party was designed to fight, including the nuker mage and the holy paladin with a gun. I was a gunslinger paladin, and I was dropping like 10d6. If I was smiting undead things, stuff like that. It was designed for this overpowered party. And this asshole is just trying to solo the fucking thing to take all the glory. He takes, if I recall correctly, he maybe got like 50 hit points of damage through the boss's DR. So now he's panicking. Well, the GM, in a fit of probably not that brightness, had allowed this dipshit to purchase a ring of 3 wishes. And keep in mind, like, getting between these rounds is taking an obscene amount of time. Like, getting to his second round of attacks took us from, like, 10 to 11. Okay, it's taking care of... He's got a ring of 3 wishes. So what does he do? He doesn't wish to get us... Everybody was saying, wish to teleport us all to the boss. That's something it can do. Because the ring of 3 wishes, the wish spell will break through the dimensional anchor. Or something like that. No, guess what he wishes? He teleports, he burns a wish spell. A wish spell to teleport away from the boss. And not back to the party. He teleports himself like 3 miles away to his home base. Meanwhile, we're still fighting zombies. He patches himself up with a couple of potions. And get this. He patches himself up with some potions he's got stored up, because the GM's being kind to him. And he uses his second wish to teleport himself back. Not back to us. Not all of us to the boss. To teleport himself back to the boss that just nearly killed him. At this point, between him frantically researching solutions, him bitching at the GM, him arguing with the GM, us trying to actually take our turns and figure out what we're going to do to try to salvage the situation, it's like 1 a.m. now. 1 fucking a.m. when he teleports himself back to the boss. And the GM says, fuck it. If you give me over your character to use in this next section we've got coming up, I will let you make a roll to make a heroic sacrifice attack, essentially a final strike, basically, on the boss, and try to kill him. I would have just fucking killed his ass, but whatever. He just wanted to be done with it at that point, I think. So he rolls for this final strike attack. Fucking had just started playing. All right, we'll wait. Apparently, I've been on too long. I don't think it was a nat 1, Professor, but it was low. I think it was like a 3. I think he rolled something like a 3. And so, the GM is not going to fucking give him his final strike on a goddamn 3. So he misses. He misses. And he gives this guy one last chance. He said, okay, the worm has swallowed you. Has drug you down into its insides. But if you roll really good, give me a roll, and I'll at least let you final strike the worm from inside. And kill and damage or kill the worm. He didn't roll so hot. Didn't roll so hot. He missed. He missed. He's inside the worm. He missed. Because you roll like a 5. And at this point, to some degree, nobody was happy with this guy. Nobody was happy with this guy because at this point, because every time it comes around to being his turn again, he spends like 30 fucking minutes digging through the player's handbook, trying to find the one transcendent thing that will let him be the hero. Because, like, it's not at this point, it's not even, like, he still has a wish. He still has a wish. He's got a ring of 3 wishes. He's still got a wish. But he refuses to burn it. Because he might need it later. I mean, to some degree, I think it was the GM. The GM got derailed so hard. Like, I feel sorry for the GM. The GM's a good friend of mine. He's a good GM. But he just... And it was late. And, like, we didn't get done with that fight until 3 a.m. And then you know what happened? Before we could have the next session? The guy that played the edgelord quit. He quit. Because he was pissed that he couldn't be the hero. Oh, yeah, that character was never seen or heard from again. When the worm retreated, it took him with it. And we were all very grateful. Like, we wanted to. We really, really, really wanted to. That was... This guy is... That particular guy has several awful stories associated with him, mostly because he's the kind of guy who views it as not did we tell a good story or did we have a good time, but he very much sees it as did I win? Actually, no. Here's the thing. Around the local game shop, the player's name is synonymous with becoming such a rules lawyer and cheese lord in a game that you suck the fun out of it for everyone else. Like, the player's name. I won't use his name because God knows that'll be the day that he shows up in stream, though he probably will already, if he showed up in stream right now, he would know who I was talking about because... Anyway. But yeah. Oh, what the hell. Pulling an errand at my game shop is synonymous with you have become such a rules lawyer obsessed with winning that nobody is having at all any fun. This is a man who has single-handedly managed to drive no less than 4 people, myself included, out of playing Warhammer 40k. 4. He once drove a new player out of the game before he was able to have a game. Because we, thankfully, stepped in and warned the new guy that Aaron was about to... This new guy had, like, some basic Space Marines, maybe like 1,000 points of Space Marines, and, you know, a couple of walkers, that kind of thing. Aaron was about to play a super heavy tank against him in a teaching game. For the record, despite the fact that that tank would have taken up like half of his points total, there was nothing the new guy had that was going to scratch it. It would have been a frickin' slaughter. And that was what he was going to use in a teaching game. Alright, back to the game briefly, and then we'll wrap it up. Is that guy still bothering you? You mean my ex, Shane? Yeah. No, he hasn't been in since that last time. No calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird. He was so persistent. Guess he finally got the message. Maybe he'll finally find someone at that Universal Brotherhood of his and settle down. Who's around? Just got in, but I think Coyote's cleaning the back bar. Mr. Delilah's hanging out in his usual place. He's the vendor downstairs, came in a few minutes after me. And Bartlett's here. I don't think you've met him yet. Who's Bartlett? John Bartlett. Big present is at the end of the bar. He's in the biz. Connected. You might want to meet with him. Have a look around. Sonata? Probably because Aaron regularly drops $200+ a month at the shop. At least. He's a whale, basically. If it's Warhammer and it's big, he'll buy it. Now, I absolutely believe that he has cost the shop more than he buys in sales, because he has destroyed he's destroyed Warhammer and 40k. He destroyed both Fantasy and Warhammer. Stevie, thank you for the 2 months. Woo! You're the best. He's destroyed Warhammer, 40k, X-Wing, briefly destroyed EDH. Yeah, like, he's gotten kicked out of at least 3 different... But he's a whale, and he's good friends with the shop owner, so... What's LGS accessibility versus Grognard, Seg? I get the gist of what you're talking about, but... John Bartlett. Full of life with a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey, guy. What's shaking? If he's quick like that, of course he's Australian. Little of this, little of that. I hear that, Mamai. Might have something for you if you got the new yen. Time is money, I'm listening. You ever hear of the Nephilim Network? Of course you have. And in the know guy like you have to know of the premier network team out there. Of course I have. Then you know you can hire us to run with you when you need expert help. Not just any chube calling himself a runner. It costs more, but we're worth it. Alright. Very busy. You show me something worth my time, or you walk away. Data from the NTSB. When Rocket would pay to keep it quiet, and Ares would pay to know what it is. What's a grognard, Seg? Deal. Woot. More money. Money is good. At a glance, you can tell that Sam's sister Jessica is from a different world. The opposites of Sam in almost every way. Her suit is tailored. Her eyes are sharp, and her style exudes authority. Gotcha. Yeah. Aaron's a grognard. Miss Watts? Jessica Watts? She eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it is clear that she is well outside her comfort zone. Yes? And you are? Jack, I'm looking into your brother Sam's death. Onto an F. Okay. I was told as much on the phone. A woman who called herself Coyote contacted me this morning to inform me that my brother was dead. That I should come to this place and speak to someone about an investigation. That's right. I'm hoping you can help me get to the bottom of this. I don't know what of use I'll be. Just to answer a few questions is all. All right, but... She then furrows her brow, regarding you more critically. You're not with the police, are you? No, I'm not. Is that a problem? Her frown grows more pronounced. No, it's just that I don't want anyone else getting hurt on account of my brother. Surely there's an official police investigation going on. Why not let the professionals handle this? I am a professional. You must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my low-life brother. First, Sam was my friend. Second, I'm being paid for my trouble. She seems genuinely surprised. Someone's paying you? I find it hard to believe that anyone who really knew Sam would put up the money. Who is it? Sam. He hired me from beyond the grave. I don't understand. He set it all up before his death as a contingency. And I to believe that my drunken sot of a brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died? Her boardroom mask drops momentarily, and in a sigh she reveals a brief glimpse of real emotion. I left Seattle to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back, he's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Jessica composes herself, and in a breath the mask is back in place. Listen to me, Jack. You seem like a decent person, but I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam, well, Sam was Sam. You know, I've worked so hard to put my family issues behind me. I don't want to see this drag on. Would love nothing more than to give you closure, and quickly. Appreciate that, but I think I'd prefer to just let it be. No one else needs to get hurt. Your brother had my back when I needed him. I can't walk away from this. Talking about the same man? My brother was worthless, Jack. Worthless. He used people. She sighs. She's done. Never mind. I can see that you're not going to let this go, and I respect that you're honoring my brother's memory. In your own way. But I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. Jessica's demeanor instantly changes from reluctant to helpful in the span of a single meditative breath. And maybe you can do things in a way that the police can't. And maybe I can help. What do you need from me? When's the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? It's been ages. I can't even remember. was a note on Sam's body. Sounded like an apology. Offered to meet up and bury the hatchet. It was signed Jessica. I wrote many such notes in the beginning, but I haven't made such an effort in a long time now. I don't know why he would have kept it. Where were you on the night of Sam's murder? I'll overlook the implied accusation and tell you that I was a fundraiser all evening. A very crowded fundraiser. Did Sam have any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I don't know any of any others. You would likely know better than me these days. Were you and your brother close? I think I've made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? Yeah. Sounds like you hated him. Suppose I came to hate him, yes. It's largely why I left. Show her the picture of her and Sam as children. Jessica takes the photo from you guardedly as if it might sting her. But that guard drops the moment she looks at it. Where did you find this? Sam's bunk. Can't believe he kept this. It was one of the few possessions he had. She studies the old photo for several silent moments. What happened between the two of you? Things were different back then. We were different. We were a family. Then after our father died, things began to change. We couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always a reassuring order to our lives, but after, everything got mixed up. You can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. The remorse plays wet across her eyes, and it seems that she's not just talking about her father. Jessica then steels herself to tell the rest. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did. But he couldn't handle it, and pretty soon he had spent every dime of our father's life insurance. Every dime. After that was gone, with Mom working 2, 3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust, so finally I just had to leave. She holds the photo forward, one part of her ready to relinquish it along with the past, another looking to hold on to both. May I keep this? Sure. I got what I needed from it. Thank you. Tell me about your mother and her death. She was a devout Catholic. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that she sacrificed her life for Sam and me. But she turned a blind eye to what Sam was becoming, refused to acknowledge his downward slide. Couldn't watch her do it anymore, and so I moved out. After I left, we drifted farther and farther apart. I wasn't here when she died. In fact, I didn't even know about it until I returned to Seattle 5 months ago. Where were you living before you moved back here? Calfrey. What brought you down there? It was less of what brought me there than what made me leave here. I felt lost in Seattle, so I moved to California to see if I could find myself. And did you? Actually, yes. While I was there, I developed a whole new outlook on life. A vision for what the world could become. I came back here to make it happen. I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you, Miss Watts. This is well. I need to get back to the office. Before you go, you should know that I'm reinterring my mother's body tomorrow, and I'm arranging to have Sam buried with her. The funeral is tomorrow at Our Lady of Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. Thanks. Goodbye, Jack. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stay safe. Why do I have the feeling that I do not have anything close to the whole story there? Nothing close to it at all. Let's see here. Coyote. Coyote sees you, her eyes glisten with gratitude. There he is, the man of the hour. Yeah. Why do I still feel like I'm missing crucial pieces, Ninja? Yep. I have all the bits except the bits that count. Love that feeling. Why do I have the feeling that also, when I end up at that church, not that church, not the Catholic Church, but when I end up eventually at that universal whatever, why do I have the feeling I'm going to find her there? By pieces, in this case, do you mean body parts? Is that perhaps, to some degree, what is missing here? Let's see, we've got eyes, lungs, liver. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all think you're smart. I'm smart too, just not that smart. How's Gino doing? Hard to say. He's pretty burnt. Malnourished and dehydrated too. Paco's taking care of him. He's got friends who know about that kind of thing. He's a good man, that Paco. The world looks pretty different to me now that I've got Gino back. Still gonna be a runner? She looks at you confused. Hell yeah. Gonna be a runner? I am a runner, oh my. Just play bartender to make ends meet. DV, sorry, no takebacks. I'll do recaps, but I usually try to save those for the beginning and the end. See you around. And don't forget about me if you need some backup of your own. Glad to see you well, Jack. And you too, Mr. Chloe. Holding down the fort? As always, though people are more on edge than usual. Word got around about that latest Ripper killing, and people aren't feeling safe. And when people feel unsafe, they either go to ground, or they huddle up. You noticed how empty the streets are these days? That's because everyone's either locked in their squats, holed up in places like these, or seeking refuge in the nearest Universal Brotherhood chapter house. Safety in numbers, chummer. Not that we need numbers here. I got it covered. Good, DV. Just note, no spoiler policy. I am playing this blind. I plan to screw up. Well, I've already screwed up several times already, but no spoiler policy. Just for my... Well, the stream seems to find it entertaining when I screw up and yelp about it. It's a thing. Alright, Mr. Delilah. If you're talking to me, there's business to transact. Am I right? Don't worry, Loomis. No need for a banhammer yet. We are nice, respectable folks around here, aren't we? Just like the patrons of the Seamstresses Union. All nice and respectable here. It's always business. Said you're a dangerous individual. What can I do for you, dangerous individual? I need to put a crew together. Got scratch, or are you planning to pay me out of your earnings? How much is this going to cost me? Your speed. Hired help will run you about 1,200 a head. If you start taking on tougher jobs, well, the more experienced the runner, the higher the rates. How much money do I have? Just barely enough to make upfront work right now. But not if I get more modifications. Ninja, I'm not asking for guidance so much as advice, which I suppose could be taken as guidance, but give me pros and cons to paying upfront or paying percentage. I'm guessing pay percentage is decreases my cash flow, but means that I don't have to pay as much up front. Paying runners up front, of course, means I get all the take, but I've got to drain my own bank account to make it work. Is there a one of those that is better in the long run? Can I switch back and forth? Depending on whether I'm, up to scratch or not. Curious. Indulge my curiosity, if you would, good sir. Before I make decisions I might regret. Or Seg can answer that for me. One of y'all. Y'all have done this before. Question on the table is basically pros and cons of upfront versus percentage. Now I wait. Chatlo. Chatlang. Okay. Can I switch? Can I go back and forth? Pay up front for some jobs, pay percentage others. Or is it just pick one and stick with it? Okay. Since we're poor and we need gear, I'm going to pay percentage this time. Screw you, I don't speculate. In that case, I can pay the runners up front. Well, I don't get a choice. Excellent. We agree on terms. I've got some runners on call if you've got any special requests. I've got some stuff to take care of first. Oh, he's an asshole, and I don't like him. Oh, shush you. Yeah, I'm a sucker. Shut up. Dr. Castle glances up briefly from her charts. Her impish friends on the other hand track your every move like some sort of humanoid raptor with a mouse under its shadow. See ya, pup. Hope to see you again. We'll be wrapping up here pretty soon anyway. It's getting late. Live to see another day, have you? Remains to be seen. Still more work to be done. As long as you end up here in the end and not on some organ grinder's table, I'm satisfied. Granted, a repeat customer means a person courting death more often than any good doctor should condone. But I suppose I can dissuade you from your course of action. If only... Sorry, Doc, job's not done. Very well. Let's talk more about how I can help you. Sure you make it back alive once more. How'd you fall in with this operation anyway, Doc? Dr. Castle pauses in her work, setting down her tablet and appearing to grow introspective. Suppose you might expect I had to fall from grace. Certainly that is the case of many of my peers. If not that, you might think that I was compelled to do this because a friend or a family member became a Shadowrunner, and I hurried to their assistance one fateful night. But the reality is that I grew up knowing this is what I would do with my life. My parents were both Shadowrunners, and very successful ones at that. So successful that they retired in a very large house and raised a litter of kids who grew up hearing the impossible tales of their parents' younger years. Of course, we were expressly forbidden to follow in their footsteps. We were all expected to attend a university and take advantage of the opportunities they had fought so hard to give us. So Mom and Dad were proud to see me pursuing a medical degree, and they only had minor reservations about me applying that expertise to the treatment of Shadowrunners. After all, they would never have survived long enough to meet and fall in love if not for the ministrations of several street docs along the way. So I suppose you could say I was born into the life after a fashion. She picks up her tablet and resumes her work. Is there anything else I can help you with? Look at your cyberware. I can't afford any of it because I'm about to, I'm about to go drop a whole bunch of new yen on Stupid-ass runners. Alright. Well, since we're not going to go out on the job just yet, we're not going to go out on the job this stream, yeah, I guess that'll be it. Guess we'll start to call it here. I will not be here Monday. I may not be here Wednesday. I'm going to do a little travel with Loomis Monday through Wednesday, and I will not be in town Monday at all, anywhere near my streaming rig. And Wednesday, I might be way too blasted from a whole bunch of travel to even think about it. So, Monday's an out. Wednesday's a maybe. In recompense, I will absolutely stream Thursday of next week. What do we all think of... I'm kind of up for doing another stream on this Thursday, tomorrow. But I would want it to be something very casual. Like, all this text, I need a day. I need a day for my throat to recover. So... we'll see about that. Maybe either some Destiny, because I know we've got Iron Banner, or I've got 17,000 other games that I can play that aren't necessary, that we can just sit and talk and shoot the shit and everything like that. We're headed down to Dallas. Gonna have some... well, it probably will be more fun for me than it will for Loomis. But, for one, he's driving. Anyway, so... we'll see about maybe a casual stream on Thursday. We do have a Discord now. If you would like the Discord channel for the stream, just send me a private message. And I will get that to you. That's, for obvious reasons, that's not a link I'm going to be broadcasting, but of course the regulars have access to it. Yeah, that's basically it. Taking a professional exam, then drinking. That's about it. But hey, on the company dime, which is nice. So, and we will try Sonata. I am sure there will be a real barbecue had at some point. Or possibly real Mexican, or something. Better food than you can get in fucking bum-ass Missouri. So, alright. So what do we all think about a casual stream tomorrow? Just hanging out, having fun, playing a game. We good with that? Maybe not as long of a stream. But, come on. Save. Okay. And definitely on that Thursday coming back, we'll have a full stream. We'll come back to this. And... we'll see what else then. We've got a wrestling show to go to this, not this upcoming weekend, but the weekend after that. Got too much to do. So, the best part of going to Texas is getting to leave. Yeah, I don't know. But it'll be interesting. I've never been to Texas. So, yeah, so... thank you for everybody who showed up. I am so happy to have all the new folks here today. Hope you come back. I'm glad that you followed. I'm not going to lie and say that hope in time that I'll earn some subscriptions out of from you all. But if not, I am still glad to have you here. I am so happy to have everybody around. And again, if you're interested in the Discord, just send me a private message on Twitch, and I will get you that link. If you are interested in the Extra Life, if you go to my Twitter page or my Facebook page, there's all kinds of posts about it. It's the pinned post on my Twitter page, and all of that. And so hopefully, at the very least, you'll join us for that on November 4th. So this has been the stream. We are going to take a break here. When we come back, we're going to hire a whole crew of runners and re-equip ourselves and generally have a good old Shadowrunning time. So, and thank you especially to Seg for doing an amazing job. Like, God, Seg, you have been, everybody here that has been here for a while, Sonata, Plumas, Commentary, Hinkle, Damien, Confusion, Seg. I am sure that I am missing people, but Werepup, Fenrir, Hager. All of y'all have been so amazing in helping me build this community, in helping me do this thing. It is so much fun. I love playing these games and telling these stories for y'all, having fun, hanging out, telling awful D&D stories. Among so many other things, ruining my throat, playing random songs on YouTube. And so, thank you so much. Special shout out to Seg for being like my microphone upon microphones. And Plumas for tapping the banhammer when the banhammer needs tapping. And all that jazz. Thank you so much. And for the new folks here, stick around, stay in part of the community. I think you'll have fun here. We've got some great folks. We're just pretty cool. I think that I actually have the best community on Twitch. Hands down. I love y'all. I still kind of boggles me. I sometimes sit back and think, oh my God, these people that I know have spent like dozens of hours at this point watching me play games. What the fuck is my life? But it's pretty cool. It's pretty great. I love it. So, yeah. Might see you on Thursday. Check the Twitter feed or the Facebook page for updates on what the hell we're going to play. And then updates, if I'm not going to be able to do Wednesday next week, I'll call it off real early. And thank you, Seg. I really appreciate it. Okay, so that has been the stream. That has been another chapter of Shadowrun Returns. We will see you all again, hopefully tomorrow. If not, next Thursday, probably. Anyway, you know how it goes. Oh, now I can't. Okay, there we go. All right. Have a good night. We are going to go back to the main menu so that I stop just wandering around. All right. I'm DracoFire87. This has been Shadowrun Returns. Thank you so much for watching. Pocoyo says que. And we will see you next time. Signing off.